God is saying to you today, you deserve to be happy. Life isn't always about work, errands, getting things done, setting long-term goals, making other people happy, etc. Your life is about you, about what matters to you. So listen to yourself. Take time on yourself to improve and understand the difference between what you need and what you want. That should be your main priority. Taking care of the little things and chasing the moments that take your breath away. So maybe you should let someone love you. Maybe you should let someone in. Maybe you should let someone look after you for once, to text you in the middle of the night to make sure you're okay. Someone to call you throughout the day just to remind you of how much they love you. Life is hard, but you, my dear, are made of the softest things, and you deserve a pair of gentle hands to lift your head above the waters so you could inhale and learn to breathe on your own again. Like this video if you have a believing God. God message for you today, and I hope you have the courage to see endings as beautiful, transformative stepping stones. I hope you have the courage to let love and opportunity move through you like rain, to not grip or seek to change it, to not ask people or circumstances to be more than they can be for you. I hope you have the courage to see endings as the cornerstones of the chapters that changed you, without needing them to be a part of the rest of your story. And when that is done, I hope you have the courage to give yourself closure, to be your own home, to be your own safe place. I hope you have the courage to not let the losses destroy you, to not let them burrow into the heart of who you are and convince you that you failed or that you are unworthy of the happiness you are standing up for in your life. I hope you have the courage to see the way in which you loved and tried and fought for something as a testament to just how deeply your capacity to feel is, just how beautiful moments can be when you appreciate them for what they were instead of nullifying them or letting them harden you to the world. Please, I hope you have the courage to move forward. I hope you have the courage to walk away with grace. Type 2222 to claim it. God is saying to you today, after everything you've been through, you deserve to be free. You deserve to be appreciated, to be loved the same way you love. After everything you've been through, you deserve someone just as rare as you, someone who sees themselves in you, someone who understands what sacrifice is about, what putting the people you love before anyone is like. After everything you've been through, all the pain and bullshit relationships, all the lies and all the mind games that have led you to depression, that have led you to anxiety, to too many sleepless nights, isn't it time you've had enough? Isn't it time for you to find someone real? Someone who isn't afraid to love? Someone who isn't going to fuck around with your soul? After everything you've been through, everything, you deserve to let go, to move on, to start over. You deserve to be your own queen, your own king. You deserve to survive, to keep going, and leave the heaviness aside. You deserve people, the ones with the deepest hearts, the ones with the expanding souls. You deserve so much more than what they gave you. You deserve to love yourself, to set your own heart on fire, to breathe at your own pace, to let go if you want to let go, and to love whom you deserve to love. After everything you've been through, you owe this to yourself. Type 3333 to affirm this to yourself. God is saying to you today, always be the person who cares. Be the person who cares. Be the person who makes the effort. The person who loves without hesitation. Be the person who bears it all, the person who never shies away from the depth of their feeling or the intensity of their hope. Be the person who believes in the softness of the world, in the goodness of other people, in the beauty of being open and untethered and trusting. Be the person who takes the chance, who refuses to hide. Be the person who makes people feel seen, the person who shows up. Trust me when I say, be the person who cares. Because the world doesn't need more carelessness, any more disregard. Because there is nothing stronger than someone who continues to stay soft in a world that hasn't always been kind to them. Type 4444 if you trust God. God says, I know things haven't been too easy for you, and I know whatever it is your hong inside gravitates to sadness more than anything else. I can see it in your eyes. I can see this heaviness pouring out of your pupils, this sad color flowing out of them. I know you don't want to talk about it. I know it might reopen the wound, take you back to the place you've been trying to put behind you. I know it's hard, really fucking hard to move on. I know it still hurts. I know it still haunts you when you're alone. All of it too, from the beginning to the end. I know your heart is still broken. I know because I've been collecting the pieces you've been leaving behind, and I've been placing them together for you. I know the slightest things make you remember, make you fall deeper into the void you've created. I know all of these things aren't the easiest to deal with, but I'm telling you that there is no need for you to cage yourself up. There is no need for you to go through this alone. No need for you to believe that your sadness is your doom, that what you feel inside right now will be the only thing you feel forever. There is no need for any of that. No need to pretend that you're okay. You can be vulnerable with me. Cry if you want to. Fall apart if you must. But please, there is no need to do it alone. No need to isolate yourself from the people who really care. I'm here, and I am with you, thick and thin, fire and ice, hell and heaven. I am here. I am here. I am here. Therefore, you shouldn't be so quick to close out all of the people you love. A best friend will always be there for you, will always protect you no matter what. I hope you remember this. I hope you don't forget how much I care. Type, I am ready to shine to affirm. Angel's message for you today. Don't be so hard on yourself for feeling lost, confused, or like you haven't achieved all that you wanted to achieve. Life would be boring if you'd done it all already, if you had no more room to grow or things to learn. Be patient. You'll eventually figure it all out, and everything will make perfect sense. Every experience will get you to where you are supposed to be. Every loss, every heartbreak, and every mistake. Don't be afraid to mess up, and don't expect success overnight. Get lost. Get so damn lost, and find yourself over and over again. Believe in yourself. Forget about what other people think, and trust your journey type. I believe in myself to affirm. Universe message. Be with someone who puts in effort to do the things you like to do. Be with someone who makes you genuinely happy. Be with someone who knows that it's the small things that make you the happiest. Be with someone who understands that your goals are just as important as theirs. Be with someone who is generous with their time and energy. Be with someone who reminds you that you are loved inside and out. Be with someone who makes you feel important and appreciated each day. Be with someone who listens to you. Be with someone you can laugh with. Be with someone that understands compromise is part of a healthy relationship. Be with someone who isn't scared of your future, but excited about it. Be with someone who helps you be the person you want to be and doesn't hold you back. Subscribe our channel if you love God. God message today. This weird and beautiful thing happens as you get older. You stop caring about people who would usually get under your skin, and you start to focus more on your own life and the things that make you genuinely happy. You stop being fixated on other people's achievements and find yourself thinking about your own goals and your own future. Maybe it's because you begin to realize that no one else but you can get you where you want to be. Everything just kind of starts to make sense. Everything aligns. Finally, type yes if you feel this. God says, when the difficult days pass, promise me you won't forget how courageous you were when things got hard, how honest you were with your pain, how your hands held your heart with a gentleness that couldn't be matched. Promise me you won't forget the sunsets that left you glowing gold on evenings that felt too heavy on your shoulders. Promise me that you won't forget the light you found bubbling inside when you couldn't find it anywhere else. When the difficult days pass, promise me you won't forget how easy it was to give up, but you never did. Promise me you won't forget that you gave yourself a new life. You found new friends, took adventures. You let your laughter reach inside you and make you warm again. You gave love another chance. You didn't let your past define you. You let it build you. Promise me you won't forget how much the difficult days took out of you and just how much you poured back in. Type yes if you're ready. And share this video with 3 people who trust God. God is saying to you today, sometimes you have to choose yourself. Sometimes, cool. You have to choose your healing, no matter how hard you want to keep fighting, no matter how deeply you care. See, when your heart chooses someone who does not choose it back, when your tender soul fights for someone who will not fight for it, when you make the effort to show up for someone who does not care, or make the effort to show up for you, you must walk away. You must give yourself the closure you so desperately seek. You must give yourself permission to move forward, to let go, to believe in the fact that you deserve to be loved by someone who will look at you and know that you are enough. Because if there is one thing life has taught me, it is that love, genuine love, should never make you feel like you are too much. It should never make you feel like a difficult person to care for. If there is one thing life has taught me, it is that love, worthwhile love, should never make you quiet your heartbeat. It should never be something you have to beg for. So please, if you still find yourself chasing after someone who is not chasing after you, stop running towards those dead ends and instead start running toward yourself. Type 6666 if you believe this. God message. Forgiveness isn't about letting someone off the hook or condoning their actions. Forgiveness isn't about the world thinking that this person was right all along and you were wrong, or that they shouldn't regret what they did or how much they hurt you. Forgiveness isn't about letting them get away with it, but about letting you get away from it. Forgiveness is about the darkness that's inside your own heart for this person. It's about finally accepting what happened and how nothing can change. When you forgive someone, you lift the biting weight of your own resentment towards them and let it go. When you forgive someone, you take away their power. They can no longer affect you or trouble you or impact your emotions. When you forgive, you accept that even though you don't have the power to change the past, you do have the power to leave those in the past who have done you wrong and move on for good. When you forgive, you choose your own happiness over the pain that has a hold over you for so long. Forgiveness is about choosing yourself and putting your own healing first. It's about letting yourself off the hook from hurting and moving on for yourself and no one else. Universe says today, always remember that you're going to make mistakes in life. No one is perfect, and not everyone is going to agree with some of the designs, words you've said, spoken, or even written. I'm not saying that this justifies all the mistakes I've made. There are decisions and words that still haunt and taunt me every night. They do. What I've learned is that some of these decisions made, they can lead to drastic changes in life, a loss of a friend, a change in life's path, or sometimes a fork in the road. Don't beat yourself up for what has already happened. Learn from the mistakes and learn how you can be a better person than before. Not everyone is going to agree with your decisions, your actions, or your words, It's very different when you're a player and a spectator. It really is. As a spectator, we think, or we might think that we know everything. We anticipate moves, we're strong-headed and minded on our views of the situation. And sometimes we forget that we're not the player. We are not in the game, we're merely watching. As a player, it's a world different. As a player, the decisions that are made were made fit to that situation. Feelings, thoughts, emotions, you're a mess. There are many strings to a puppet, and sadly, to fully function, all the strings need to move in sync. No one will truly understand the emotions, thoughts that are running through your mind at 2 a.m. in the morning. They won't. Only you do. Spectators think they've got it all figured out, but they don't. Sometimes they throw a huge fit when a player screws up and forfeits a match. Same as life. You can give someone advice, but never think you know what they're going through because you don't. My dad always said, never assume, never judge, because one day you might find yourself in the same situation as they are, just 10 times worse. If you're going to be a friend in that situation, you've got to be okay with the outcome. You've got to understand that ultimately, this is his, her choice to make in life. Sometimes as friends, we see our friends make crappy decisions that we aren't all too happy about. But as long as we've did our part as a friend, that's all that matters. How a person leaves says a lot about their character. As much as you can say otherwise, it does. Type yes if you believe. Universe message for you today. The right people always find you at the right time, don't they? The HT things, the right music, the right poetry, the right art. It always seems to find you when you need it most, when you need a sign, a moment of clarity. Perhaps everything is indeed predetermined. Perhaps we all are just following this path that has already been drawn out for us. Who knows? Because these things always tend to happen at our lowest points. The right people always find us at the right time. And they always say the right things, the perfect words to mend your soul, the perfect laughter and smile. They captivate us. They move us when we need to be moved. They warm our hearts when we feel cold. They pull us back right when we're over the edge. And then we wonder how and why. And then we wonder what we did to get so goddamn lucky we found them. Perhaps in some sense, these people were sent to save us, to help us back when we think we can no longer go on. It's a beautiful thing, the way it works, the way it just falls back into place, the way new flames make you forget about old ones, the way new people enter and leave your life. It is all meant for something. Therefore, you don't have to fear being alone. The right people always find you at the right time. Always. So there is no doubt in my mind that you will find happiness again. There is no doubt that you will be yourself again. Type, I'm optimistic if you're ready. Self-prayer, I'm slowly learning what it means to be human. I'm slowly learning how to forgive the past, how to accept that sometimes beautiful things end, that sometimes the timing isn't right, that sometimes the messiness of life gets in the way. I'm slowly learning that endings aren't something to be upset about, but rather, I am slowly learning how to appreciate how damn lucky I was to experience something real and hopeful and light in a world that sometimes fails to be soft. I am slowly learning how to be alone. I am slowly learning how to wake up in the middle of the bed, how to make just one cup of coffee in the mornings, how to hold my own heart, how to take up my own space. I am slowly learning how to stop filling voids with other human beings, and instead, I am slowly learning how to confront the void itself, how to heal it. I am slowly learning what it means to be human, what it means to make mistakes and learn from them, what it means to be both happy and sad at the same time. I am slowly learning how to do the damn work, how to stop running from what is heavy and uncomfortable in my life, how to take the easy route less and less, how to grow myself, how to be a better person. But most of all, I am slowly learning how to just be in this moment, how to exist, how to understand that I cannot control life, that I can only experience it in both its light and its dark stages. I am slowly learning how to laugh and cry and feel through it all, how to welcome the confusion and the joy that comes with loving and living and breaking. I am slowly learning how to accept where I am. I am slowly learning how to simply believe in the person I am becoming. To support our channel, please subscribe our channel and turn on bell notification.